History doesn't repeat itself too often, so I am here to refresh it for you. This brand started in 1917 in Switzerland. A century later, we are here to talk about another watch from this brand called Rado in the form of Coupole Automatic. Hey guys, I'm Siddhan. This is Yacht Watch Club, where I try to review watches that we all usually buy. If you like these videos, do give us a shout out and subscribe. With that out of the way, the inherent problem of buying a watch under 1 lakh is daunting. The watch that you really like are automatics and are highly priced, and the only options that you are left with is quartz watches. And then there are some brands that I'm not so convinced about. So what should I do? Well, I thought of going back to the basics while I was eyeing this particular Rado for quite some time. So let's find out what this watch is all about and whether it's worth our time and money. Before I get into the specifics, let's try to understand the lineup and look at the nomenclature. The Coupole is largely available in 3 sizes, including a 32mm variant which is suitable for the opposite gender, while the 41mm variant costs well above 1.5 lakhs. Where my focus right now lies is this 38mm variant, which has a couple of dials to choose from, while you can also choose between a leather or a steel bracelet. While you can choose between a white dial and a black dial, my choice for today is this radial sunray pattern in a black dial. This watch is set in rose gold tones, while the watch case is built in stainless steel with a PVD coating that transcends this watch to another parallel universe. The case size is a neat 37.7mm to be exact, while the lug-to-lug width is 43mm with a 10.5mm thickness, making this one conveniently sized dress watch. The radial pattern emanates a 3-dimensional effect that nicely takes up the real estate of the dial. The metal indices are painted in matching rose gold tones and are applied neatly onto the dial. The leaf-shaped hands are top-notch that lifts the watch in stature. The date window is highly subdued, while a bit of focus could have been really good. And the black background doesn't help either. Rado branding and the iconic anchor logo in a smaller font completes the dial for me. As you would know, the anchor is native to the automatics in the Rado lineup. Let me know in the comments below as to why. The bezel is nicely lifted from the edges, while the sapphire crystal droops in to get in the dome effect, but it is a flat out crystal. The unique aspect being the gold colored leaf hands and the matching anchor logo, which are just too good. Let me flip the watch to look what's underneath, and knock knock, here's a see-through case back that's also made of sapphire crystal. Peeping out is the automatic R763 Caliber from Rado that's deeply inspired by the ETA C07.611 movement. The speciality here being a power reserve of 80 hours that's bumped up from 40 hours by lowering the frequency of the movement from 4 to 3 Hz. This is a 25 jewel setup that is shock resistant and decently accurate, and loaded with an anti-magnetic Nevacron hairspring. The water resistance on this men's formal watch is just about 50 meters, which is the standard norm. The crown is sufficiently sized with the logo on the side, while setting the time on this watch is pretty normal stuff that you don't need to hear about from me. Now the exciting part about the Coupole is the leather strap that comes with it in a shade of brown. The push button clasp is quite unique with a typical Rado design, and you have this small extender which helps you actually fit the watch while you are wearing it, and this is combined with a very smooth functioning strap, and this is really comfortable to wear with an almost perfect size for a 7-inch wrist. Now that we are exhausted with the feature list, let's talk money. Well, the price of this one is 1,32,500, while this was recently bumped up in May from 123. So the prices have significantly increased. It's safe to say that this is the cheapest Rado automatic that you could ever lay your hands on. If you don't believe me, verify it, and maybe in that quest you would find some value for money. And this movement is also found on a couple of more expensive watches like the Captain Cook and the Hyperchrome, so it makes it all the more exciting. So let's quickly find out where exactly is the competition, because this is where this goes crazy. It all starts with the Longines Hydro Conquest quartz that would be my #1 preference. Following in closely is another stunner sports watch in the form of Maurice Lacroix's Icon quartz that makes it to the center stage. And if this wasn't enough, not far behind is Frederic Constant's Moneta Moon Phase, which is a treat to the eyes. And then you have Doxa 200, which is a diverse watch, and it is formal enough with the steel strap and a variety of colors to choose from. Nevada Grenchen is another brand that I personally look forward to, while their Antarctic Spider is the kind of retro formal watch that you should look at. Another one out of the box is Frederic Constant's Classics Index watch, which is nicely matched up to this Rado formal watch. Then you also got to think about Louis Irad's Heritage, which contains a Celita SW200 movement, which is stupendous at this price. Following in next is this not so simple design in the form of Megapod, which is from a Swiss manufacturer called iPod. Rado has also sent in the Hyperchrome cords as a proxy, which I am really interested in. Now, if you are looking for something unique, you can try this Blue Planet 2 series from Sega Design. And the last of the lot to compete in this category is the Yonghan's Max Bill Automatic, that is the epitome of Boh's design principles. So which one out of these would you prefer? All the best as you set out on this exciting yet confusing journey to decide your timepiece. And let me help you by saying that we all have a soft corner for Rado when we are looking to buy an entry-level luxury watch. But why is that so? The Coupole is as salty as it should be, but it does fill a gap for most of us. You get a reputed brand, a well-made timepiece, and all of this at a mouth-watering price. This Rado definitely serves as a nice upgrade to the Seikos and the Tissot's of the world, and for the right reasons. And probably that's the reason why Rado is the most gifted luxury watch in India. And to get all of these features for just about a lakh, which is just about $1,200, is something really exciting. While I may still be weighing the scales between an automatic and a quartz, there are a few people who don't even worry about it. So there is one question that you should ask yourself. Is it a brand you want, or are you looking for what's inside? Either way, this Rado impresses more than the usual. I would rate this one 9 out of 10 for the watch it is, for the price it has. So the question is, do you buy this? Well, that's your headache and you decide that. Until you decide, what are you wearing today?